Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on now, let's go!
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the... Okay, over here. Check. Check. Hot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Green 18. Pick it up. Green 18.
Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Inside. Check 59. 59. Mike to 59. Hey, Haywood. Watch the screen. He's crashing.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, Packers.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Don't get nervous.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
180. Go, team. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his 1st career interception. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 80 weapon. Ran, don't. Mike's 42! Mike's 42! Come on, D! Five! 42, Mike 42! Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist! Twist! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Davis now to return it. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
64.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. 58, right over there, Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the curl.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
1st down, Green Bay.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's just me and you. Hey, Mike. Me and you. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Trying to lay one up. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 30 on second down, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Mike. 319. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Keep it down.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Packers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 71 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Rodgers
now on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 56 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Switch it. Come here. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Williams will try again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Danny Trevathan. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. All day.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, that's good. Yeah, Liz. Check. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 7.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bears take over.
Okay, we get it.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
What's up, bro?
Now Trubisky to throw.
And what?
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play
YouTube is better, bro. Yeah, you got to set it up. You can take 24 hours on YouTube. Set you up. You got to YouTube the camera,
and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
Go ahead, set it up.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass
Go to
play.
YouTube, try signing in with an email that you've used before. But to share, that's what I'm doing now. I'm sharing it now. Hit the little share button on the PS4.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
And then
that's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller.
little broadcast gameplay. That's how you set it up.
Working across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Yeah, but just link it to your YouTube account. Link it to your PS4.
Trubisky now.
When you go to broadcast and you get the share thing, and they let you set it up, they'll let you sign into it. You already went to it.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner.
Yeah, bro, that shit's weak.
Now picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So you gotta know that your email and your yeah.
Now Trubisky on first down. Over the middle, that's called
go to the go on your phone and check to try to see if the
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
see what your password is.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up
You
the
know your
urgency. Maybe
password?
you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If you make a
Not too
password,
many
put that
offenses
in.
want to
It
turn
won't take
down
24
long
hours before
drives,
you
but
can
when
do
you're
it
down what they
on
are,
YouTube.
they've got to pay it off with
But
some
it saves
points.
all your broadcasting and shit.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his first NFL reception, goes for 6.
Just type in
And
your
the
email and
Bears
say
have cut it to
put
within
in
a
forgot password.
score.
And then forgot password, then they'll send a link to your
And our score stays right
email
where
for
it
you to
is.
reset the password.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
Keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to
So
put it.
now when you own the game, you just hit the share button, go to broadcast
Game
gameplay.
of winning this game.
Then
Pastor, you
ask
said
you
big 3rd down. I'd put the
some more
word big
questions
in
and just
capital
say start
letters here.
broadcast.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Give him 6 yards in the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I love
but
it.
as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
I see you playing with Carolina.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
You got that motherfucking freight train. No thing, he get hot.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game also good for us to get that under our belts.
When you play with them, bro, stay with them on the screen. What you gotta do? Say like you gotta run 5. You gotta run like Aaron Rodgers, but get his shit hot. You gotta throw 5.
You could just feel it. It's
5 or more yards.
to have the pigs
You gotta do it 5 times. 5 or more yards.
Fall weather before we know it.
And he get hot. That's when I saw his badges and shit.
Anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Packers, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener.
I might get off
a few extra days.
I'm gonna hit you later. All right.